coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Boom, 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 boom. I appreciate the support. 33, man. 33 years of prison stories, man. We rolling. We in the mix. We getting it done. We pushing out this content, man. Don't know if I'm gonna get my birthday wish, man, but I went 33 years without getting a birthday wish, so be a little disappointed, man. But hey, man, they gotta keep on pushing, man. That's just it is what it is. But I appreciate everybody who has been rocking with me, everybody who, you know, got some new subscribers, everybody who you know, spread the word, spread the message about this movement, man. It means a lot. It helps the movement a lot, man, you know, to bring new people in, because I believe it's material that if they get, man, they gonna, you know, they gonna retain it, they gonna like it, you know, and they gonna give it to somebody who need it, if not them. But make no mistake about it, man. There's a lot of these youngins out here need it. I just seen a youngin out here the other day, man, getting arrested, you know, with a gun. He getting ready to take a ride, you know. He getting ready to, he couldn't have been no more than, he won't even 20, you know, and he getting ready to take a ride, man. The gun alone, on top of whatever else they was at him for, I don't know that much, but yeah, it's sad, man. You know, they out here throwing away their life, man, because they misinformed, man, and we just trying to inform them so they can make better decisions, man. So yeah, if you with that, man, join the fight, man. TBP Nation, man, we getting stronger every day, man. Every day. Big love to all of y'all out there. Big love to everybody who rock with the Morning Mud. Everybody who done transitioned over to the Twitch. We learning over there, but we having fun at the same time, but we growing together, man. So big love, big shout out to everybody on TBP Nation, man. We out here. Salute. This video today, man, I've been scrambling so much the last 2 days, man. I ain't know if I was gonna get to make this. Hopefully y'all gonna get this in time. Who knows? But yeah, it just was in my mind still when I talked about the video, one of the videos I did recently, when I was talking about the you know, the porn in prison. Yes, yes indeed. They had porn in prison. You understand me? Now, whether that was good or bad, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But they definitely had it in there. It was definitely going on a while. And when I tell you porn, I'm talking about X-rated porn, man. When I first got to Augusta, they were showing X-rated movies. You know what I'm saying? 3 to 5 nights a week. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy to me because I hadn't been nowhere that they was doing that. So it kind of like blew my mind, you know. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So just imagine a young dude that's coming in prison, man. I've been locked up now for a couple of years, and you know, you without that type of stuff, you without a woman or whatnot, and you seeing this, man. I mean, you know, hey, jackpot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was crazy, man. It was a crazy time, man. But you know, like I said, it didn't last long. It had been going on for years before I got there. I caught the end of it, the tail end of it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't had no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no problem with it whatsoever. But it was a lot of people that had problems with it for different reasons. You know, you had dudes that was scared, man. You had dudes that was in there, they was scared, and they felt like that if dudes was watching that and it won't no women around, they gonna target them. You know, the young dudes, the dudes that was nervous, pervious, they felt like that. Now you got to remember too, you know, you had cell partners. So this stuff come on and you got a cell partner in there. You know, dudes that had respect for each other, they had certain times, you know, where they had cell breaks where, you know, you could be out your cell, you could be in your cell. So when they played the movies, most of the time, you know, you had the option to be out in the park or be doing something, whatever. So normally dudes that, you know, this G'd up and know how to, you know, how the code go, they'll share the set. They'll say, man, I'm gonna go out, man, for 30 minutes, man, and you come in for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So you can have your alone time to do whatever it is that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever it is you want to do. So that's normally how I go. But then you had them dudes, man, they might be older, they might be, you know, seasoned, been in the game a long time. They got a youngin' in the cell with them. and they, you know what I'm saying, they playing games, they testing the water, they seeing how far they can go. They're sitting there, let the movie come on, and don't say nothing. Don't try to get up, don't try to leave, don't ask him to leave or nothing. Had the movie on, head up, and they be, you know, in there doing crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the youngin' will be so scared and he don't know what to do. He paralyzed. He don't know whether to move, try to get up, get out, say something, whatever. Those are dudes that's super terrified. Man, you got some youngins that's going to jump up and go straight to you, and you're going to have to put in some work. You know what I'm saying? Because they like, man, what you doing? Woo, woo, woo. But, you know what I'm saying? It's arbitrary. You just don't know how it's going to go. You dig? So, you had that going on, and I believe a lot more of them dudes was complaining than was talked about. Most dudes was saying it was all the Christians. Because when it all came down to it, all of it got blamed on the Christians. You know what I'm saying? But I believe, without a shadow of a doubt, it was more than that. Because you had a lot of incidents going on just in the short amount of time that I got there, and before they took it, and during some time before I got there, they had incidents. You know what I'm saying? Where a dude might have been in there, you know, he might have been sitting in there watching the movie, and he got a young seller in there. Sometimes it won't so young. Got a young seller in there testing him. You know what I'm saying? Watching the movie, and you know, you playing with yourself. You know what I'm saying? You playing with yourself while another man is in the cell, man. Come on, man. That's to me, that's punishable by, you know, the upper room. And if you see it, it's really punishable by the upper room. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the ultimate disrespect. But you had dudes doing that because they thought a certain type of way about their selling, or they was testing their selling. You see what I'm saying? Either way you look at it, to me, is punishment got to be involved. But dudes was scared, so dudes was getting the rumbling, young, old, same age, different races. They was getting the rumbling over that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You had dudes, man, going all the way out, man. I mean, like doing super duper, freaked out nasty stuff. Man, they playing games like, man, you can't make this stuff up, man. They playing games like the TV on there. The TV is away from the bunks. You got double bunks. TV is away from the bunk over there on the desk. Dude be doing stuff like, man, this joint too loud, and get up and walk to the TV and turn it up a little louder. Is it too loud? And he naked. He naked. You know what I'm saying? So, and he's saying something to make sure you looking. Man, them dudes was, they was rumbling in there. They was tearing up, man. They say a young boy right before I got there, dude pulled that same move on him. They said the young boy had already been foretold, though, that he in there with a freaky older dude. So, he waiting for him to pull some stuff. Man, as soon as he got up and did that, man, youngin' jumped up off that bunk, man, so fast, man, and started clucking him with the Shreveport locks in the sock. Yak-up, tear him up. Tear him up. Hey, that's one of the worst things in the world to do, man, is to get beat down in your own cell, and you naked. And you naked, man. Man, he lumped dude all up, man. They say he came up out there, man, looking like, you know, he done got hit with a bag of marbles, man. All upside the head, blood everywhere. They taking the youngin' out there in handcuffs. The youngin', you know what I'm saying? It don't always turn out like that where the youngins, just because they knew in the penitentiary, they automatically take an L. Man, some of them youngins will take off on you, man. Some of them youngins will catch you off guard. Some of them youngins is ready for the whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is. There's some of them. You know what I'm saying? But usually an old head gonna outthink them, gonna trick them, gonna, you know what I'm saying, manipulate them, gonna do something where they gonna come up to the advantage. Because when they pull them stunts like that, they know they putting themselves at risk. They should expect danger, and normally they prepared for it. But sometimes they not. It depends on who it is. You know what I'm saying? But man, yeah, these dudes was, yeah, they was stunting on there, man, with that crazy stuff, man. I moved in the cell with a dude that was actually my homie, you know what I'm saying? And he probably was about 6, 7, 8 years older than me, you know what I'm saying? You know, he was cool. He ain't even like it. He ain't even like the joint. He ain't mess with it at all. Whenever he came on, he might be like, you trying to watch that stuff, young? I said, yeah. He said, all right, I'm going to get up out here anyway. I'll be up out here, man, for the whole wreck, man. You know what I'm saying? And he'll leave. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't had no problem with my celly whatsoever. But man, there was some dudes, they was catching it over that, man. And I think with all the little incidents that they had that was building up back to back to back, and then they kept on trying to put it all on the Christians. They said the Christians right in the administration saying that it's immoral, it is unethical, how could you be showing porn, in prison. Then they write home telling there are people calling in and complaining. So with all of that pressure that was put upon the administration, they ended up taking it away. And they actually put out a statement saying, due to the concerns of the Christian community, we feel it's best to stop this, da-da-da-da-da, woo-woo-woo. Man, dudes started whooping them Christians, man. Man, it ain't funny, but I'm telling you, they just started whooping them. All the dudes, when they used to call church call, them dudes used to line up, had their Bibles, had their shirts tucked in and button all up and everything, and they get ready to go to Christ. Man, them dudes started whooping them because they knew everybody who went to church. So they don't know who wrote what, who complained, who said what. So they taking it out on all of them. You know what I'm saying? Especially the freak nasty jokers, man. I mean, they whooping them, man. Not older, younger, white, black, whoever. They was taking L's, man. They was taking this. You had some Christians checking in. You had some Christians refusing to go to church because they ain't want nobody. They ain't want nobody to know they was Christians, man. Because at that time it was dangerous. It was dangerous to be a Christian. It was dangerous, man. Because them dudes was that mad. They lost that because it's the closest thing that they had to a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I know all y'all out here that ain't never been locked up. You like, man, how is that close to a woman? Hey, if you ain't got nothing, brother, you use anything you have to stay afloat. If you drown and you will hold on to whatever to stay afloat, it was the best thing going. If you want into the flammery, you know what I'm saying? If you want into that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? You have magazines, and then on this compound, it just so happened you got the live movies, man. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what dude will do today? The average dude today, the average dude today in the prison to get a cell phone, man, if he ain't running no licks and he ain't making no moves, he getting that cell phone because he watching porn. He watching porn and he reaching out to people and he having real live, you know what I'm saying, episodes on the phone, you know what I'm saying? Real live phone sex and video phone sex, and man, that's what they want the phone for, because that's the most the Joker missing besides just straight freedom. He missing the love and the contact of a woman. So, man, them dudes, man, I'm telling you, so you got to think way back then before cell phones was even out, they had a prison that was actually showing porn. Man, them dudes was blood mad, man. Them dudes they wanted heads to roll. Man, y'all snitching, no good. Half of you Christians in here anyway, y'all in here for child molesting and that, y'all gonna write. Man, they was going at it, man. I'm saying, man, yeah, it was crazy for a minute. I'm talking about this was all over the compound. All over the compound, Christians was taking L's, man. You know what I'm saying? The church call went from a whole lot going to church, man, to a few left in the flock, man, because they were scared to go. Because when they were going, dudes was singling them out. You know what I'm saying? Singling them out, man. They would start asking, dude, what you locked up for anyway? What you locked up for? Man, I ain't writing nothing to the people about nothing, man. Y'all, you probably wrote it. You look like one of them that wrote it. You know what I'm saying? It was all of that going on, man. And them dudes was shook. I mean, they was shook to their core. So then the administration, man, they was all shook. They like, what's going on? But it wasn't nothing that could be done. What was done was done. You know what I'm saying? They took it. They weren't going to bring it back. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, me personally, in retrospect, looking back, I don't think it was just all the Christians. I think truly it was mostly the Christians, but it was scared dudes too, man, because they kept hearing these fights that's going on with dudes in the cell with other dudes and they disrespecting them. Dudes be in the cell, they be beefing. I don't want to leave the cell, man. I don't want to leave it, but we gonna watch it together. Or I ain't trying. Well, I'm gonna put it on my TV. You ain't gotta watch. But then you on there with your TV and you on the bottom bunk, or you on the top bunk and the other dude on his bunk. Whatever one you own, you heard somebody down there doing something they ain't got no business doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can hear this. You know what I'm saying? And dudes like, man, what's going on, dog? You know what I'm saying? That is disrespectful to the utmost, man. And it got to be some hands thrown, if not that Bethlehem. I prefer the Bethlehem for them type of crazy moves right there. That type of country breaks, man. Come on, man. You can't assume nothing else in prison, but this dude is trying you, because men don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it was going down, man. It was going down. So it was just too much commotion. And all of the commotion was about this porn. That they dispersed of it, man. You know what I'm saying? They dispersed of it, man. And it was a sad day in prison. started showing, hey look, this was so crazy, right? I'm telling you, man, real tough. They take the porn, and guess what they replace the porn with? And they replaced the porn, man, with cartoons, man. They started showing little kid cartoons, man. Man, dudes was furious. I'm talking furious, man. And you know what they blame that on? Yeah, exactly. The Christians. They said, y'all want to see them little kids movies, like, man, y'all mess with them little kids, man. Because you literally had dudes beefing with Christian dudes. Pure chaos, dog. Because they took the porn, crazy thing I seen thus far. And the dudes kept saying it was crazy. That's why the Christians wanted the kiddie movies, because they was, you know, they was child predators. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy, man. So they were whooping them, man. They were beating them, man. They were beating them. They was asking dudes, what you charged with? And I told you, that's something that you don't even ask in prison. You don't ask another dude what his case is. You know what I'm saying? Unless you already know something and you pushing something at him. You know what I'm saying? So, man, dudes was like, man, you look like a child. You look like one of them. You look like a pedo, man. You know what I'm saying? That you probably wrote up some stuff to get the stuff taken in so you could look at some little kids all day. And then dudes turn around in retaliation and they start filing paperwork saying they ain't want no kid movies. You know what I'm saying? They ain't want no kid movies. They said that's child pornography. Yeah, you got grown men in here watching little kids. Why? Why is grown men watching little kids? Who? Everybody in here grown. Why is y'all showing kid movies? You know what I'm saying? So it just was a big thing, man. It was a big thing, man. Till you ain't even know what to cut your TV on, man. You didn't want to cut your TV on, man. It was wild, man, because they had the programming of the TV. We got a couple of channels, man. Like I think the regular, like 6, 8, 12. I think we had what was that junk called, man? USA. I don't know if we had ESPN back then. We had USA, TNT, TBS, and we had the movie channel which showed the movies. You know what I'm saying? Now the movies was all porn because that's all dudes wanted to see. They just wanted to see the porn. Now they take the porn and they replace the porn with kid movies. So they showing kid movies. So it's like we ain't getting no movies if you ain't into watching little kid movies. I'm talking about like real little cartoons and you know, whatever movie you might take to a little kid, you know what I'm saying, to see or something like an adolescent. And that's all they showing. Then you gonna replace porn with that. That's just such a drastic change. And then y'all gave out the narrative that you did it because of the Christian community. So now you saying, as you subliminally saying that, or that's the way dudes took it. You subliminally saying that, you know, you gonna cater to what the Christians want and then, you know, forget what everybody else want. Because the majority of the people was cool with the porn. You know what I'm saying? It was a small few. And I believe, personally, like I said, it won't all Christian, but it was a small few compared to the population that was cool with the porn. You know what I'm saying? And they have been doing it for years. But I think with all the assaults, all the fights, all this, the chaos that was going on around it, that they had no choice but to remove it. But I think they could have did better than replacing it with some kid stuff. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, man, dudes that made so much noise about that, they take the kid movies off, but then they still giving us just like regular movies, just PG. Same thing that you could catch on USA. We was getting almost the same movies on the movie channel that we could see 2 or 3 weeks down the line on USA or TNT. You know what I'm saying? Or TBS. Yeah, Ted Turner was killing them in there. Ted Turner getting that money. You know what I'm saying? Because his stations is in prison right now. That's going to be one of the main stations you get on any compound, TNT or TBS or both. You know what I'm saying? I think USA burnt out, but they used to show, far as back then, they had the better movies. You know what I'm saying? But it won't no BAT and all that. It won't none of that jumping off. So, man, yeah, man, the porn was the best thing going, man. But it's just dudes was abusing it, though, because you had some freak nasty dudes that was overstepping their bounds, which was messing it up for everybody, which was causing the controversy. You understand? Because, like I say, you got to ask yourself, you know, is it good or is it bad? Why is it could be considered, in some people's eyes, as a form of torture. Why is you letting dude watch porn when he can't have a woman? what is he gonna do with all that pent up energy if he don't, you know, pleasure himself? You see what I'm saying? All of these questions come about. So, you know, and that's the way that the people that were supposedly writing it up was saying, asking those type of questions, whereas they made them make a moral decision like, well, you're right about that. But then you could look at it in the other way. It's always two sides of every story. You could look at it like, where dudes is watching that, at least they're getting some relief from their pent up frustration, and it is making people be even less easy. I mean, more easy and either less violent. It's either or. You know what I'm saying? You don't know which one it is. You don't know the effect. So it was really trial and error. It was really trial and error. And I believe it was just going both ways. You had some dudes that used it for what it needed to be used for, and you had some dudes that abused it. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't know who was who. You know what I'm saying? Unless you was actually in that situation. But man, dudes were scared, man, and that's what fuels most things. Fear, man. Fear fuels most events that happen in prison. Even when somebody get that Bethlehem, is because they were scared of what was going to happen to them if they didn't use it. And they can tell you anything they want to. You know what I'm saying? They was afraid of what would happen more than they was if they didn't use it, more than they was if they use it. They was feeling like if I use it, at least I could possibly save myself from it being used on me, or save myself from getting harmed. So fear is the motivating factor all the way around the board. Just like whoever was writing it up, it was fear. You know what I'm saying? But they got the job done. They definitely got it up out that penitentiary. Because they took it up out there, lickety split. You know what I'm saying? And then they went through that little transition. But the Kitty Jones ain't last that long, because like I say, the masses was complaining about that. You know what I'm saying? And then all of the incidents with dudes checking in. Dudes going over there with black eyes. Dudes going over there with buck necks. Dudes going over there with the nose swole. Dudes going over there, you know, poked up and telling me some they Christians, man, I can't go back on the compound, man. And man, lawsuits was on the way. Lawsuits was on the way. And them Christian people, man, they get on that phone and call their people at home and get their people to call up there. Them people be calling up there from that street is different. You know what I'm saying? They scared. They act like they don't care. They out there, oh man, woo. Yeah, enough of them call, they know it's going to raise concern, because you had them people calling up there telling them, man, we going to the newspaper. We going to Channel 6 News. We going to this and that. And we going to let them know what y'all got going on up in there. And then they start thinking about their job. And then next thing you know, the gig is up. The gig is up, man. But yeah, it was a crazy time, man. And I was young. I'm just starting, man. You talking about Augusta, man. Man, I ain't been in the penitentiary, man. I ain't been in the penitentiary 5 years. I've been in the penitentiary about 3-4 years, if that, during the time that this occurred. So I'm just like, you know, shocked as anybody else. I was shocked when I got there and found out they had porn. They ain't had porn at the wall, and they definitely ain't had porn in receiving. So when I get here, I'm like, they got what? What? You know what I'm saying? And you been locked up that long. I've been in jail about a year. So you been locked up that long. You ain't seen nothing like that. And then you got to realize some dude was young when they got locked up. They ain't seen porn at all. You know what I'm saying? At all. And you can see it on there every night. Every night, man. So, but you ain't a woman. So what you gonna do? If it won't no respect in the cell, if it won't no understanding in the cell, what you gonna do? I ain't gonna lay up in no cell and watch no porn with another dude in the cell, whether he being, you know, minding his business and being quiet and just watching the movie and or me doing the same thing. I ain't. You ain't gonna cut it on while I'm in there with another dude, man. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's me. And thankfully, even that's me even young and don't even know the game of the penitentiary, but thankfully I had a dude that understood the penitentiary rules and regulations and had respect off the rip when I come in the cell. Now, whether that was because we was homies, we was both from the city or what, I don't know. But however it shook out, I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that. Because it ain't nowhere in the world we could have been sitting up in the cell doing that, watching that together, and I would have felt comfortable. I would have said something without a shadow of a doubt. You ain't got to cut that off, bro. You got to, you know, open the door, let me get up out here. You know what I'm saying? That's probably how I would have came, at that age, that's probably how I would have came off the top. But any resistance, Any pushback, man, we'd have been in there making it do what it do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like having a gunner in your cell. It's just like having a gunner in your cell. You can't get in the cell with no gunner, man, and he gunning the bras in the booth when the doors close, or he laying there gunning, watching some on TV, whatever it may be. It may turn him on. No, you ain't doing none of that when I'm in the cell, dog. No, you cannot do that. Nah, you cannot do that. I don't care what you do when they ain't in there, as long as you clean up behind yourself and you ain't leave no evidence of nothing that went on in here, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I know dudes that got the rumbling over that. Yeah, when their cellie get out of the cell and they come back up in the cell, man. And I know this gonna sound disgusting to some of y'all, but this is just prison life. And they come back in the cell, and the cell is immaculate. The cell is clean. The cell, he done burnt incense and everything. You understand me? But he go to the toilet, he look in the toilet, man. And dude forgot to flush the toilet. You know what I'm saying? He forgot to flush the toilet. And there's somebody kids floating in the toilet. And dude will call his cellie back in the cell. I'm like, man, what is this? Oh man, I forgot to mop. And they rumbling. Just because he felt disrespected. He did everything and was meticulous and this, that, and the third because it's his cell too. He handling his business. Why the man ain't in there? Woo, woo, woo. But you left that in there, man, and he don't know if you did it on purpose or he don't know if you didn't do it on purpose. All he know is he got to set an example that this ain't nothing that he gonna accept. So they rumbling. They rumbling. It is what it is. And they could have been cool. But that alone, man, you know what I'm saying? It's just different rules, and it's a different world. It's different rules. You understand me? It's different worlds, different rules, man. So, you know, it happens in prison, man. It's just the way it is, man. But, you know, yeah. yeah, man. The more y'all talk, man, the more I remember this type of things, man, to be going on. Because this stuff was so long ago. You got to imagine, too, this is like when I was in prison 3-4 years, and I can remember this stuff, man. Because these things stayed in my head as I moved forward in my bit. These things was learning tools for me. These things was putting the rules in perspective, because I told you, nobody gonna tell you the rules when you come into prison. You gotta learn yourself. And you could learn the hard way, or you could just learn by being observant. Keep your mouth closed, your eyes open, and your ears open. That's the only way you're gonna learn. Ain't nobody gonna really give you the game. You know what I'm saying? But, like I say, if you mess up by not knowing the rules, ain't nobody gonna care neither. They don't care you knew in the penitentiary. They don't care you don't know the rules. They just know you broke the rules, and it's a penalty for breaking the rules. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is, man. And it ain't what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell you right now, penitentiary ain't where you want to be. I don't care how you cut. I don't care how thorough you is. I don't care how bad you is. It's an experience that, man, you're going to have to be, you're going to have to be solid, and you're going to have to have a little grace to make it through there, man. You know what I'm saying? Depending upon how long your stay is. That's just facts. You know what I'm saying? And thank God for the grace on me, you know. But anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Talk to me. I talk back. I especially talk more in the comments. You dig? But like I say, man, it's a blessing in every lesson, man. And the blessing is, man, that I had enough street knowledge and street experience, man, to understand danger when I was around it, man. I knew when you were around danger, man, you know, you keep your mouth closed and you do what you got to do. Talk less and do more, you know. And I understood that, you know, coming from where I came from. So I think that helped me a lot, man. It helped me a lot in my transition into that world in there, man. So that's the blessing, man. And I took my lessons. I learned everything I saw. I learned from it. Everybody else's mistakes, I learned from it. If I seen it, heard it, or was around it, I learned from it and knew when those scenarios popped up in my vicinity or in my world or in my life, I knew how to handle it because I had seen it before. You understand? So thank God for that. But anyway, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Should they have had the porn in there? Should they not have? You know what I'm saying? What do you think? Do you think that will help somebody doing time? Or you think it might cause people doing time to, you know, get more into the flimmery and the foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, man. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. And if you ain't subscribed, man, shame on you. If you are subscribed and you ain't went and got nobody else to subscribe to this good, positive energy over here, shame on you. But we'll get there. Salute, man. Big love to each and every one of y'all out there, man. Boom, boom. Be safe, be smart, make good decisions. Yeah. Duck them hooks. Bang!
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.